this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Goff trying again here after the pick. And after the pick six, it's another interception. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Unconventional strategy here, to say the least. They'll try for a field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Last thing they wanted to do was make this field goal try easier, but they were jumpy, and they did just that. It's no good. An unexpected miss there, Brock, as he puts it left. And they are unable to make this a 2-score game.
That's a kick right there, Kate, that defies explanation and analysis. But at the very least, if you're going to try a field goal on an early down, you've got to make it. That's embarrassing.
1st down throw from Goff. And that's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles take over as they intercept it for the 3rd time in just our opening quarter. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. That's Carlton Davis. And the Lions will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Off play action, Goff. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And they pick him off again. Has room down the left sideline. Hits the 20. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Forced out to his right. Nothing doing on that two-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick six, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. And all the time to get prepped on that sideline, get out there to defend the two-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets him into a good spot. Shy of the 40-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively. Right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. And he makes the Mets go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
The Eagles lined up here. They're trying for two once again. Tight end motioning right. Getting right back to it after that interception. Buys time, rolling right. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Putting the tight end in motion. Finds Laporta. Big man showing up the yards. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Badgley with the extra point. And the Lions make it an 11-point ball game. Fox now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And a man is there to knock that away. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they make the tackle at the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. New set it down, score him at the 38. Goff on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Come on!
From the gun, Goff. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to the link right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Goff to the air now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
That's caught at the 4. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that's separation.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Goff. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And that makes it 3rd down. Handoff headed right. Barkley. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. The play fake now hurts the throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Goff working from the pistol. Incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing is gone. He finds Laporta. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Lions looking at 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Eagles are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as a play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain. That feels like a sack for those defenders.
Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Now Hurts. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well,
The tight end gets it on the fake. And they'll bring him down. The fake does not work. The fake field goal does not get it done. This is going to be a turnover on downs. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles have it once again after yet another interception.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Darius Slay with the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Carlton Davis. And the Lions take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you can hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs. Scores. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions start the second half with some needed points. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. He's throwing for it. Drop. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's Smith on the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll motion Brown right. Starting on the ground here with fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
That's caught for the 1st. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. And the defender coming away with it. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick. I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Barkley trying this up the gut. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Back to throw. Hurts. On the move. Headed right. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that brings up fourth and long. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this somehow is... Oh, my goodness, they're faking it from their own end zone. This is caught. And they pull it off. He gets them the first before being stopped.
Everybody needs a good emergency quarterback, and I think this team just found their man. Seems like a call they had confidence in, no question about it. And what a perfect moment to call it.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. Hurts trying again on second down. And they pick him off again. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
So the Lions giving it another go, trying for two once more. Trying for it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points. Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, it's certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now the Eagles will attempt another two-point conversion. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Chased out to his right. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback. Right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. And they pick him off again. Devin White makes the play. And the Eagles have it again after yet another interception. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
What you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
He tucks it and takes off. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. The Eagles with the lead, hoping to close out a playoff win. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The Eagles lined up here. They're trying for 2 once again. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead.
Sometimes you just got to call your own number. You know, as soon as he makes that choice, there was no one, and I mean no one, who was going to keep him from making it in.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another try following the sack. He fires one deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and long for him here. This is hauled in by Peoples-Jones. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. They go play action with Goff. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now within 1 score in the 4th. Badgley for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions get it back to within 6. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Chooses to bring this one out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. Headed out right. On the run right, throwing. They did it! He made the interception! That's Carlton Davis. And the Lions have some new life in the 4th. Well, we left career day behind a couple of turnovers ago, Brock.
Yep.
7 interceptions in one game. This is up there as one of the best collective performances that we've ever seen from a team in pass coverage.
There has not been one route today, Kate, not a receiver-specific play, that this defense has not been able to lock down this game. What we're seeing now is something we could legitimately go decades without ever being seen done again.
Wide open, downfield, got it! There it is, touchdown Detroit! The Lions come through to tie it in the 4th. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And now the Lions lining up for a very important 2-point try. All or nothing, they'll run it. Just like they drew it up. Into the end zone he goes, and they're up by 2 here in the 4th.
Eagles 34.
Fox now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Here's Saquon. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Kind of like that punt returner, Kate, that's just looking for that lane to run. This guy just couldn't find it. Defenders beat him to the spot, left him to try and cut back, or simply take it out of bounds like he just did.
2nd down now, 7 to go. He's got it on the bootleg. Buying some time right. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. Kirby Joseph picks it. Well, he didn't like what he saw from the pocket, Brock, so he kicked it out right. Coverage did a great job, though, never letting up, and they were there to pick him off.
Yeah, as a QB, you're just trying to buy a little time, break that defense down, but you know how you can tell a well-coached defense? When that QB rolls right, the coverage rolls right with him, flows right with him. So whether he threw it from the pocket or near the sideline in that case, I think we were in store for a similar result.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles have some new life in the 4th. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles needing a couple. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Offense to the line for second down. They bring a tight end in motion right. Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throwing now. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Lining up to take a knee on second down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions.